we're live, and welcome to Teaching Tip Tuesday. My name is Michelle Williams, and I go by the name The Ignited Teacher. Most people don't even know my real name, but yes, I'm Michelle Williams, aka The Ignited Teacher, and this is Teaching Tip Tuesday. So what I do on Teaching Tip Tuesday is I help math teachers of struggling learners, if that's you, not sure if that's you, and to effectively manage their classrooms and to increase student achievement. So on Teaching Tip Tuesday, I just share different strategies through 5 different ways, like math instruction, response to intervention, classroom management, project-based learning, and most currently technology integration, which is one of the strands that I use to increase student achievement. And because of our current situation with the pandemic, it has become a hot topic. So if you're new here, thank you for tuning in tonight. And if you tune in every night, every Tuesday night, or you catch me on the replay, thank you so much for being a part of my community. So tonight we're just going to dive right on in because last week we had the hurricane warning and I got out of Dodge and went to San Antonio. So if you don't know, or if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I had a 50-foot pine tree fall on my house during Hurricane Harvey, which was 3 years ago. And I said I was not riding out any more hurricanes, period. So had to go. But tonight's topic is a topic that I am very, very excited about talking about tonight. Because if you've watched me, you know that I am a huge fan of Nearpod. And if you don't know what Nearpod is, you're going to learn tonight. But as with all tech platforms, really any product, you know that there's always some competition. And Nearpod has its own competitor, which is Pear Deck. So my school district purchased Pear Deck. Much to my surprise, I'm going to say I was surprised. I really was, because Nearpod has been out longer. And you know what? I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to go ahead and dive right on in. So let me share my screen. So this is Nearpod. If you don't know, if you have not, let me close some of these. So if you don't know, this is Nearpod. Love, love, love it. And if you have not, it's on my YouTube channel now. I did a creating lessons with Nearpod on Teaching Tip Tuesday. I want to say about 2 weeks ago. But if you check it out on my YouTube channel, The Ignited Teacher, you can catch it there. So tonight, what I'm going to do is pretty much just go through some of the features of Nearpod. So they actually have a little explainer video on here. Let me close this out. And I'm going to go through that a little bit. Now, I'm going to tell you my experience with Nearpod. I was introduced to Nearpod at an ed camp. And you know what? That's one of the things I'm really going to miss this year, is not being able to go to ed camps, because like they were the best. They really were. I learned a lot of different things from teachers who, you know, I would have never come in contact with, and had some great ideas. And Nearpod was one of the things that I was introduced to. I want to say I'm going into my 4th year. So let's just dive right into the video.
Introducing Nearpod. With Nearpod, you can make every lesson interactive. Launch lessons your students can't wait to join, with collaborative, engaging activities like virtual reality, simulations, and gamified quizzes. As the teacher, you'll always know where your students are with Nearpod's formative assessments, including polls, open-ended questions, draw-its, and more. Get started with what you already have. Upload any of your favorite resources, PowerPoints, Google Slides, and videos, including directly from YouTube. Then, add in media and formative assessment in a few clicks. And now you can add questions directly into videos to make them interactive. Get started even faster with our library of pre-made lessons and videos, built in partnership with some of your favorite brands. You can use them as is or customize to meet the unique needs of your students. Once you're ready to launch your lesson, choose from 3 teaching modes. In live participation mode, you control the pace and students participate on their devices, either in person or remotely with web conferencing. In student-paced mode, students move through and participate on their own, whether they're working from home or in class working in centers, stations, or groups. With front-of-class mode, you can use Nearpod without student devices and facilitate collaborative discussions. Imagine what you can do with Nearpod. Your students will love lessons that combine engaging media with collaborative ways for them to show off how much they've learned. You'll love unlocking student understanding in real time and having reports to inform the next day's instruction. You'll wonder how you taught without it. Learn more and get started for free at nearpod.com.
All right, so that was an introduction to Nearpod. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into my account. See if I can get in here. Oh, it said I was sign in, sign out. So I'm going to log in with Google. And for those of you all who don't know, I have had this account for a while. So I want to say, oh, this said 2016. So yeah, it's been about 4 years. Now, one of the things that I like about Nearpod, and I'm just going to be honest with you, so we're going to preview this lesson. I do like the fact that you can purchase pre-made lessons, and this was one that I actually purchased. Where is it? Let me see. Let me see if the preview, there it is. So this is a preview of a lesson that I purchased. My students, I taught 5th grade, but as you can see, this is a 4th grade skill, but it's a Common Core standard. So it's taught in 4th grade instead of 5th. In Texas, multiplying fractions by a whole number is a TEK that is taught in 5th grade. So they had already created a lesson and I needed something for them to practice. And this was a really good lesson. It had problem solving in it. Then it had some algorithms that they had to solve. And then with this, you can even add like pictures with multiple choice. And then, like I said, they had some algorithms. And then there were some other slides in here that you can embed, which I thought was really good. My students liked them. And then it was a review. And then you can embed, there was a math video that was embedded. So I really, really liked the fact that Nearpod had you could create complete lessons. And not only in Nearpod, you can purchase lessons. They have free resources. Let me see. Here, let me see, Nearpod library. So they have a plethora of resources that you can purchase for free. And then they have the standards. See, they have for Texas. They have the Science New Generation Standards. So they really just have everything that you could want in a lesson. So if I were to create a lesson, I could either create one by uploading my slides. And these are the different things that you can add to enhance or engage your students. So they have the 3D, which I saw this in action in actually one of the free lessons that I downloaded. You can voice over your slide, take the kids on a field trip. Then they have the BBC network. Sway is a part of Microsoft EDU suite. Add a video, and then you can put your web content, and then they have this simulation. And here are your activities. This is time, work, open-ended question. I use this matching pairs. Oh, I loved it because it was for inequalities, having the children match the graphs with the inequalities, a quiz, and then you can even add Flipgrid, a memory test, and polls. This is new. This collaborative board is kind of like Padlet, and I really like it because you can enter your topic and the kids can put sticky notes on here. So I thought that was a really, really good tool. Yeah, I did because, you know, Nearpod, they constantly are updating their platform. So that's Nearpod. And it has so many options for it. They do have a free version if you want to try the free version. But like I said, if you want to know how it works in action, just hop on my YouTube channel, and I have a live stream that I did a couple of weeks for Nearpod. Now, you're probably saying, well, what is Pear Deck? What I learned about Pear Deck and Nearpod are two distinctly different things. Nearpod is for building a lesson, engaging students, and Pear Deck is not that. It is a formative assessment tool. That's all it is. And if you're looking for something that's going to build your lesson, Nearpod would be that tool. So let me go back to here. Let me go to Pear Deck. So I'm going to share my screen. So this is Pear Deck. Now it says building engaging instructional content right from Google Slides. It says the fastest way to transform presentations into classroom conversations. So they don't have the same things that Nearpod would have. So in their little demonstration, it works pretty much the same, but it's really, as you can see here, it says it's drop-in formative assessments. So they only have about 5 engaging things that you can do with Pear Deck. So you can add audio, and also you can present from Pear Deck, but it is not the same as Nearpod. So they have a video. Oh, not a video, a slideshow. And that's their slideshow. But it's definitely just for formative assessments. So let's see. Go to their help video. I'm trying to see where there's no overview. These are just videos of how to add a Pear Deck questions. So let's see.
You can easily turn one of your existing slide presentations into an interactive Pear Deck activity. You'll begin by opening the presentation you want to transform. If you are updating a PowerPoint file, you'll first want to import it into G Slides using the File menu. Be sure to double-check your slides once they're imported. Like luggage on a plane, things may shift around a little during the transition. Click the Add-ons menu and open the Pear Deck add-on. If Pear Deck doesn't show up in the Add-ons menu,
So here, let it go.
you will need to first install it from the Chrome store. Once the Pear
All right, so here it shows you the different things on the side during the lesson, end of lesson, beginning of the lesson. So just different things that you can add. They have tips that what you can add beginning, middle, and end of your lessons.
Deck sidebar is open, you can now add slides from our template library.
And this is what I was showing you. That's the difference between Nearpod and Pear Deck. Pear Deck, you have text, choice, number, website, draw, and a draggable. Now I'm gonna be honest, and I'm really gonna be honest. Pear Deck, I was not impressed with it, especially with how they like if you're doing an activity and how they present their data and the children's responses. I wasn't really a huge fan of it because everybody is not math literate. So say for instance with the I did an equation. I was doing shoot, I lost my train of thought. I was doing a demonstration for my school, and it was kind of like a range of where people's answers were. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why they didn't just put he got it right, she got it right, but they had it like almost like a box and whisker plot. And they had little dots to where how far the people were off. And that was I was like, I am not a fan of this. Whereas Nearpod just tells you this student got it wrong, this student got it right. I don't, as teachers, or really me, I'm not really concerned with how far they were off away from the correct answer. It's not something I'm really interested in.
When you use a template, a brand new slide is inserted. You can also create your own custom questions under Ask Students a Question. This turns the current slide into an interactive slide.
So yeah, and that is Pear Deck. So you can see the difference in, especially the videos that they present, those were from the actual companies. Pear Deck is just for formative assessments. Now, if you're not tech savvy, and I'm not knocking the platform, it's just not what I would use to build my lessons, because I've been using Nearpod for a long time and the company has added so much. They have things in beta testing, and for me, teaching, it's a better platform as far as what I need to do with my students. Pear Deck, I could see for teachers who are just starting out with the tech world and need something that's more streamlined and doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's only for formative assessments. You're asking questions. That is it. That's all it's going to do for you. Now, as far as asynchronous learning and synchronous learning, I would prefer Nearpod for synchronous learning, because what it's going to do, you can be more explicit rather than implicit with your lessons, because you can add all the things that you want to say and need inside of that Nearpod slideshow or whatever you want to call it. So if I had to gives advice, it would be dependent on the teacher, his or her capacity as far as tech goes. And then it will be, what are you trying to accomplish with the different platforms? Because one has it's definitely different from the other. If you just want to ask questions and get the kids engaged and have some check for understanding, then go with Pear Deck. If you're looking for something that is going to engage the kids and you don't want all of these links, I was in a training one day this week, and the lady dropped, I know, about 5 or 6 links in the chat. I was like, why didn't you just use a Nearpod lesson and you could have embedded the links and you wouldn't have had to drop them inside of the chat? And that's what Nearpod does. If you have a lot of platforms or several platforms that you're using, Nearpod gives you the ability to embed those within your lesson, and you don't have parents asking 101 questions about where do I find this. It's all there, and all you have to do is explain it, especially if they're on their own, because the children are going to miss school. And with this open and shutting and kids getting exposed and students having to be in quarantine for 2 weeks, you want something that is going to be enough for the students, whether they're there in front of you or not. So that's all I have for Teaching Tip Tuesday. I hope that you enjoyed that comparison. I know some people won't agree with me, and that's quite okay, but I have used both of the platforms, and for math, I would give Nearpod the thumbs up for, especially for the demographic that I teach. So I'm going to be using Nearpod, and I'm really excited about building my lessons in it this year. So thank you for tuning in for Teaching Tip Tuesday. It is 8:59, and if I'm sweating, I don't know why. If you're catching this on the replay, drop your questions or comments in the comment section on Facebook, and tweet to me on Twitter. If you're on Facebook, comment, and I'll definitely get back with you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week for Teaching Tip Tuesday.